Hello and welcome to 5-Minute Math. Today we are looking at the Algebra 1 concept of writing systems of equations, specifically how we can do so if given a graph, and we'll do it in 5 minutes or less. So we've got two different lines here. They are intersecting. So at this point right here, this is actually a solution. So we're going to write two different equations, one for the blue line, one for the red line. But when they intersect at this point, we can actually plug that point back into each equation, and it will generate true statements. So that intersection right there is very important, and we'll see here it looks like it is at x of 6, and then y is -4. All right, so that's one point that we can use for both, right? So let's start with the red line. And we've got 1 point, right? Let's use that 6, -4. We can find another point. It looks like we've got an x-intercept right there. So the other point is going to be 3, 0. All right, so now we know what we need to do. Let's find the slope. All right, so remember our slope here is, and let's label these, x1, y1, x2, y2. All right, so it's the change in y over the change in x. So I'm going to do y2 minus y1 and then x2 minus x1. So 0 minus -4, and that's 3 minus 6. So that's going to equal 0 minus -4, that's plus 4, that's just 4. 3 minus 6 is -3. All right, so I've got my m as that, and now I need to find the y-intercept. Looks like it might be a 4 up there, but let's just double check. We can use our point slope form. So y minus, and let's use this right here, 0, just because when you use a 0, it's really easy. 4/3 x minus, let's see, what's our x? 3. Okay. So we can just get rid of that, right? So y equals -4/3 x. Need to distribute this out. So that's going to end up being a minus and a minus, that's a positive. Those two cancel out, so all right, plus 4. Now, this is how we would write it in slope-intercept form. If we wanted to write it in standard form, all right, what we're going to do here is we're going to add 4/3 x to both sides. We can write that right here. So it's going to be 4/3 x plus y. These two cancel out, equals 4. We don't like to have a coefficient with a denominator, so we're just going to multiply both sides by 3. And that's going to get rid of that. So that's going to be 4x plus 3y equals 12. All right, so there's my red line. Now let's check out what our blue line is. We've already got 1 point right there. That's going to be the 6, -4. And let's see. It looks like we've got a y-intercept right there. So that y-intercept is going to be -1. Easy. 0, -1. That's x1, y1, x2, y2. All right, so my slope, right, is going to be my y2 minus y1, so -1 minus -4, and then 0 minus 6. So that's going to be a positive, so that's going to be 3, -6, just -1/2. All right, and then I can actually put this straight into slope-intercept form, -1/2 x, because I've got a really clear y-intercept right there. So that's how I would do it in slope-intercept form. How would I put that into my standard form? Well, I'd add 1/2 x to each side. So that's going to be 1/2 x plus y equals -1. Once again, we don't like to have coefficients with fractions, so let's just multiply both sides by 2. That's x plus 2y equals -2. And that's how we would solve. And if we wanted to put this point into both equations, it would be a true statement.